Most people come to Walmart to meet their everyday needs.
But what if none of this were here?
So what if you were here?
All of this can be found in this.
Cattails have a ton of uses, like an antiseptic. You can even make a cake with them.
They're also used for utilities like pillows and rugs.
So how do you go about finding cattails?
Cattails are a relative to rice, and so likewise they grow in swampy areas such as this one. So wherever you find cattails, you're sure to find water, which is another major factor in surviving in the wilderness.
So now that we've found them, let's harvest them. A cattail consists of 3 different parts: the head, the shaft, and then the root system. And all 3 can be used for a wide variety of different uses. We've already harvested one, so let's go and see what we can get.
Now that we've found water, let's get a fire started. The heads of cattails are extremely flammable. You can use this part of it as fire starters, and then the leftovers you can use as a torch. But don't try it at home.
So we've dug up a root of a cattail, and they say that the root tastes a lot like a fibrous potato. And so you can just cut them up, fry them with an egg, and there you go, you've got breakfast. So we're going to try it. We haven't tried it yet. So we're just going to start taking off all the little root hairs, taking these guys off. There's actually a lot of edible parts to the cattails. In the spring, when the new growth starts coming up, the green parts, you can peel back the outside, and on the inside it says they taste a lot like a cucumber or a piece of celery. It's very fibrous and green, and it's very good. A lot of people say that they wouldn't tell the difference. It doesn't taste like a wilderness food. It actually has good flavor. So that's another really edible part to the plant. Also, on the cattail head, when the pollen is on there, you can actually harvest that and use that as flour, believe it or not. You can make a cake out of cattail pollen, and it just be really yellow. So there's lots of edible portions. Okay, so here's a couple. We're going to go take it in our pan. Then we're going to start frying some up. Cutting the rest. Wilderness escapade, we also brought a chicken, so we have eggs. So we're gonna fry up a couple of eggs, see how these potatoes or rhizomes taste. There we go. They're cooking.
We can't be dispatched.
Keep going, it doesn't matter.
breakfast in bed today.
Okay, our gourmet meal is ready. Now we have to eat it. And I think Nancy really wants to. I vote Marissa.
No way, man, it's you.
Okay, fine, I'm gonna do it. Here we go. Look at this delicious rhizome with a bunch of egg. Here we go. It tastes like a potato.
I gotta try this. Give me some of this stuff, yeah.
I guess there's something we should mention. You should be on the lookout for poisonous lookalikes. So, if it smells a little spicy, that's a good indicator that it is not something you're supposed to be eating. If it doesn't taste like a potato, stay away. Also, there's some other lookalikes that don't have a head on them. So, if they don't have a head and you don't see the remains from last year's harvest, then don't eat it. Just be careful because there's a lot of poisonous ones out there.
Here's better advice. Don't touch it unless you know what it is.
That was good. Okay, let's just eat the eggs.
It actually tastes
fine.
So, we've used the head to start a fire, the roots to eat. What else can you use a cattail for? Well, let's start off and get this out of here. Ow! My finger! I burnt it!
Here, cattails are here.
Usually when they're young and not overwintering like this, you can take the leaves off the stalks and you'll find a jelly that you can use to like treat burns and everything. You can also find it here at the base of it where we cut the rhizome off. It's mixed in with the starch from the rhizome, but the slime's intermixed in it. So we can put it on the burn and it'll soothe it just like aloe vera would.
Much better.
It's gonna be a fish room.
Alright, so we've used everything else. The only thing left is these leaves. So what can we do with those? Well, actually the Indians and lots of other people have used them to weave baskets, to weave rugs, anything. So when they're dry like this, you just kind of rehydrate them. And then Marissa's kind of started on a little bit of her rug weaving techniques. And so she'll demonstrate a little bit of how you can use these things. And they actually create a really strong product.
Fascinating.
And that's about all for cattails. We've used everything from the head to make cake, from the head to start a fire, from the leaves to make a rug. Cattails, the supermarket plant of the swamp.